are going to see about the reproductive health. The reproductive health means the maintaining of health in reproduction, that is, say how the birth control is maintained, what are the precautionary measures to be taken for the conception, and what are the methods available for birth control, and what is the importance of the reproductive health. All these things are going to be discussed in this video. So the World Health Organization defines the reproductive health as the well-being of the human being psychologically, behaviorally and socially. So for the well-being of the human being, the reproductive health is very much essential. And now we are very much concerned about the population explosion and how to control the population. These things are discussed. So according to Malthus, the every child is born with mouth and not with hands. That means the intake of food is much more in the early stage, but the working hands are functioning only later stage. So we are very much concerned about the population explosion. And the about the health, reproductive health has been given importance after 1951. And in this video we are going to discuss about various methods available in birth control. Before that, we will see what are the reproductive health system says. The unnecessary usually what happens now, the feticide, actually the feticide is made, that is, fetus means the young developing embryo in the womb or uterus is called fetus, and side means killing. So the killing of fetus even in the uterus, that is in the early stage, is made because of the if they identify the fetus as female. So this has been banned by the stringent laws. So the usually the uterus simplex, the child is implanted, the fetus is implanted in the uterus wall by the placenta. This is placenta. And what they are doing, if it is a female child, then they go for abortion or medical termination pregnancy, MTP. What is MTP? Medical termination pregnancy. So these things they are doing to avoid the birth of female child. For that, what they are taking, the amniotic fluid they are taking. That amniotic fluid, so in the uterus, the child is the developing embryo having a over coat or over membrane, that is called amnion, 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 and in between the fetus and amnion a fluid is available to protect the fetus from the shock, that is called amniotic fluid. And above that there is another coat is also there, or membrane is there, that is called chorion. So this is attached to the uterus wall. So from the amnion the fluid is taken and it is tested for, actually it is very much essential for identifying whether the normal fetal growth is there. If normal fetal growth is not there, because the amniotic fluid contains cells, it will show the symptoms for the various genetic disorders, and that genetic disorders can be identified by the amniotic fluid, that is hemophilia, and so many disorders can be identified by the amniotic fluid. So now the unless and otherwise it is necessary, the amniotic fluid should not be tested for identifying the child, that is called that is stringent laws are made. So this amniotic testing, amniocentesis is not amniocentesis should not be done in case of the medical termination of pregnancy if it is female child. So if it is done so and identified, then stringent punishment is given. This is with regard to the amniotic, that is amniocentesis. Now we will go through the another important thing. Why we should, before going to the subject, we should also why this syllabus is introduced. This is to alleviate the fears on sex among the tender age people, that is the adolescent people, that is the female girl child. So to, and also some to maintain the health of the reproductive system. For this thing the syllabus has been introduced. Now we will see the next topic, birth control. What are the birth controls are adopted? One is called natural. The natural methods is nothing but, naturally the pregnancy will not occur during the period of childbirth to the lactation stage. The childbirth stage is after the childbirth, the ovum will not be developed. The follicle stimulating hormone is not is very much reduced, so that the ovum will not be released, so that the menstruation is stopped. Hence the naturally there will not be pregnancy, and this is called natural. And even during lactation also, that is the child feeding stage, there will not be any the conception or the pregnancy, and this is called natural method. And naturally in natural method also, some of the physical methods they are adapting, that is coitus interruption. Coitus interruption means during the sexual intercourse, the semen is not ejaculated into the vagina, and the possibility of joining the sperm and ovum is very much reduced. So the insemination is done outside the vagina, so that the possibility of combining of sperm and ovum is stalled. So that is called coitus interruption. And then another methods, there are so many methods are there. Physical methods. In physical methods, what they are doing, they are using the tablets they are using, and then the condoms they are using. These are all called physical methods. In physical methods, what are things they are doing? The condoms they are doing, that is in the case of male, they use the loop, that is the loop they are using, that is called it is made up of latex, and so this is inserted in this is fit into the penis. before intercourse, and the sperm is collected in the loop itself. So that prevents the joining of sperm and ovum through the cervix. So that is the loop. And in the case of female, they use they use diaphragm, and they use some the cap they are using in the that is this is called cervix, and this is vaginal canal. So the diaphragm and cap is inserted through the vaginal canal, and it is closed in the cervix. The cervix is nothing but the neck of the uterus, which has an opening through which the sperm is entered, and also it is a passage for shedding of the menstrual blood. So this the cap piece and diaphragm is fit into the cervix. And then with regard to the female condom is available also, that is called that is also called a loop like structure, which has a ring, and then in bottom also there will be another ring is there. This they are using a sheath like structure which is fit into the vaginal canal, and the inner ring is fit into the cervix. Outer ring is fit into the labia over the labia majora, so that the possibility of the joining of sperm and ovum is stalled. So this is the female condom also they are using, but the thing is this can be fit into the vaginal canal even before 8 hours before the intercourse or coitus or mating. That is the specialty of the female condom. So these are all the methods they are using. And chemical methods, some of the chemical methods are also using the tablets which they are using, and some foam giving tablets are also introduced, or some jellies are also introduced in the the portion of the cervix. That this portion is called, important portion is called cervix. So in the cervix region they apply some spermicidal. Spermicidal means, sperm means the male gamete, and cidal means killing. The spermicidal killing the some cream like structure or foam like structure, the foam like a jelly are introduced into the vagina, through vagina, and it is in the cervix region, which gives the foam like structure which kills the sperm. So by the chemical methods also they avoid the pregnancy. It kills the sperm. And then along with the diaphragm, cap and condom also they use the jellies to avoid the pregnancy. This is the called chemical method. And in chemical method, so a tablet is also given called Mala D for 21 days. Mala D for 21 days, which controls the progesterone and estrogen level. By that way the pregnancy is avoided. So these are all called the temporary methods. These methods are temporary methods. Now we are going to see the what are the permanent method which they adopt for avoiding the pregnancy, that we are going to see. So these are all natural methods, physical methods, chemical methods, these are the things they are adapting. Now we will be seeing the permanent methods. These are all temporary methods. Now we will see permanent methods. Permanent method means once for all the pregnancy is avoided even if the regular intercourse happens. So that is nothing to do with the joining of the sperm and ovum. So through this we know pretty well, through this the sperm enters, and then during the time of this this is fallopian tube and this is fimbriae, and ovary will be here, which will be joining by ligament with the uterus and the fimbriae, and ovum is released. So here actual in fallopian tube only the actual union of male gamete and female gamete happens. So these are all temporary methods. Now we will be seeing the permanent methods. What are the permanent methods available? Permanent methods. The permanent methods are, first one is the vasectomy. Second method is called tubectomy, and third one is called MTP. So these are all the three methods which they adopt for the permanent birth control methods. First we will see vasectomy. What is vasectomy? Vasectomy means vasa deferentia, that is from the testis is there, which will be descending and from the abdominal cavity and swinging in case of male, and from this the vasa efferentia, lot of vasa efferentia, inside that Leydig cells and the intermediate cells are available inside the testis where the sperm is originated or produced, that is called spermatogenesis. So from this the vas deferens, a lot of vas efferents combine together and forms vas deferens. This vas deferens, what they do, they made a cut in the vas deferens, vasa deferentia. So a cut is made, and then what they do, they fold a cut is made, so that the link between in the vas deferens. So there is a link, the link is actually it is like this, and then this this from the both the testes they join together, and the seminiferous tubules, and then the prostate gland, pulbourethral gland, three glands, it meet with three glands, and then the common the urethra opening is there. So what we do, actually the produced sperm travels through vas deferens, and then it is ejaculated through the common ureter, that is in the penis. So now what we are doing, actually what the doctors are doing in vasectomy, they make a cut in the vasa deferentia, and then it is folded, and that is a knot is made there, so that the link is break, so that the sperm will not go through the vas deferens, and then it will not be ejaculated. That is the vas deferens. So we will draw a neat diagram here. Actually this is testis where the sperm is produced. The testis contains lot of intermediate cells, Leydig cells, sertoli cells, and all other things. Over that scrotum is there. From this so this is epididymis. The epididymis leads to vas deferens, and then Here also in another testis will be there. From this is vast epididymis. So what here we can see seminiferous tubules, then prostate gland, then a single prostate gland, then that is bulbourethral gland, which leads to a common urinary path as well as for ejaculating sperm. So over this this is a bulbar portion called glans penis, and then this is penis. The overlet there is a sheath like structure is called preface. So that what happens here, the produced sperm comes into ejaculated and then deposited in the vaginal path, through then it passes through the clitoris. What they do, they make a cut in the, that is called ectomy. Ectomy means cutting. Vas means vasa deferentia, the tube is cut and it is folded, and so the joining between the vasa deferentia is avoided. So the sperm will not reach the it will not come through the common path. Seminiferous tubules, prostate gland, this is seminiferous tubules, and then here it is called prostate gland, then bulbourethral gland. These, through these glands the sperm passes and then ejaculated. So this is called vasectomy. And then now we are going to see about tubectomy. Tubectomy means tube, the fallopian tube is cut. Ectomy means that is the cut is made and operation is made, that is called tubectomy. So do the you know pretty well the uterus simplex, this is called cervical portion, and then this is prometrium, mesometrium, endometrium is lining will be there. This is endometrium lining, and then this is called cervix, and here this is a triangular bag like structure, this is called, this is fallopian tube, and fallopian tube ends in a funnel like structure called infundibulum, and fibria is there. Then ovary is linked into the through ligaments, and ovary is in Graafian follicle. The developing Graafian follicle releases the ovum. That ovum reaches through the infundibulum and then getting stalled in the fallopian tube. In tubectomy, what they are doing, a cut is made in the tube, so that the link, the ovum will not reach the uterus, and it will not, after fertilization, actually the ovum passage itself is stopped. If at all, if the passage is there, then it will reach the uterus and it will be implanted in the endometrium. So that is avoided by the cut made in the that is fallopian tube. So this is a cut is made, and then this is ligature is made, so that this is called tubectomy. So the tubectomy is the permanent method for avoiding pregnancy or birth control. This is with regard to the tubectomy. Then we are going to see about the medical termination pregnancy. Medical termination pregnancy means the ending, pregnancy ending is possible through medical ways. That is, so if unwanted pregnancies, sometimes what happens, the fetus may not develop properly because of the patients having diabetes and the link between mother and the fetus through the umbilicus and the chorionic villi, placenta. These things are called calcified, sometimes calcified. Some abnormalities happen in the fetus. So when abnormalities are so that the heart will not develop and organs will not develop. So though the pregnancy occurred, so if they find out that this is unwanted pregnancy which will cause death to the fetus as well as to the mother, then they go for medical termination pregnancy. Sometimes wantonly they don't want pregnancy, that they are doing that pregnancy termination of pregnancy, but this is adopted when abnormalities are occur. Abnormalities do occur. So that is medical termination pregnancy. So usually medical termination of pregnancy used to be done within 12 weeks, that is 84 days. So if it develops more, then some certain complications like overbleeding and so many complications will be happening. So this should be done before 12 weeks, that is 12 into 7, 84 days. The fetus, if it attained 84 days, the medical termination of pregnancy is quite possible. That is the method of DNC. By dilating and curating DNC methods, they are removing the embryo, or by giving chemicals, the progesterone and estrogen tablets, they make the fetus into it will be converted into the blood, and that is passing through or taken through the cervix vaginal canal. So this medical termination of pregnancy is to be done before 84 days. So with regard to all these things, and we have discussed all the things, and we have to discuss about some of the health aspects, that is when what is regarding reproductive health, we have to talk about the AIDS and various venereal diseases. These things we are going to see. Disease. So AIDS means of acquired immune deficiency syndrome. The AIDS virus, suppose if anyone contract, whether they are male or female, have contracted this AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, then if they are if the pregnancy occurs with the AIDS patient, then the child may not be proper, or the child might have contracted the AIDS, that is acquired immunity. So the immunity power is lost. That means the acquired immune deficiency syndrome, naturally the immune deficiency is not there, but they occur through this virus, through sexual contact with the person who contracted the AIDS disease. That is with regard to the AIDS. So the health of the that is multiple partners and those people who have contracted this AIDS, these things we have to see. And then the venereal disease also. The venereal disease, if some of the diseases are gonorrhea, syphilis, these are all caused due to the virus and the bacterial infections, and even the white discharge and other things also happens due to various bacterial diseases, fungus diseases, and protozoan infections. So we have to protect. So the health of the reproductive system is to be maintained to avoid the venereal diseases, that is sexually contracted diseases. These things we have to avoid. So the health of the sexual reproductive system is to be maintained by all means, that is free from AIDS and venereal diseases. So with this we conclude this video.